I'm pretty sure this is the final nail in the coffin for Tomb Raider. I don't expect anything good to come of this franchise, at least for another 10 years. Now, I could be wrong, but this is where I stand, and this new news that has just dropped has helped support that, which I've already been fearing. So, what's up, my boomers? It's me, Melanie Mac, here on my nerdy commentary channel, Melanie Mac Go Boom. Let's go ahead and dive in today's topic. Now, Crystal Dynamics just posted on their website here, okay? There's some brand new news. They said Crystal Dynamics takes control of its most beloved games. We are excited to inform you that Crystal Dynamics has taken control of several game franchises, including Tomb Raider and Legacy of Kain, from the game's previous owners, Square Enix Limited. As a result of this change, Crystal Dynamics, or its affiliate, is now the owner of these games and the controller of the gameplay and personal data related to them. If you'd like to know more, please refer to our new Terms of Service and Privacy Notice. We look forward to taking this new and exciting journey with you. Now, I've made a ton of videos about Tomb Raider, especially, there's been a ton going on this year in the Tomb Raider universe. We've seen the movie, the sequel to the last movie that came out, get completely scrapped. It has gone from different directors to different writers to now where it's at where they're selling the rights to the movie. The sequel is with Alicia Vikander is just not even going to happen at all now. So we've had that. We've had recent leaks, which I've covered here on this channel. If you'd like to check that out, about what's going on with Tomb Raider, and just to kind of paraphrase, because I'm not going to rehash that entire video, where they've reduced Lara Croft to being a Tomb Raider teacher of sorts, where she's teaching a crew of Tomb Raiders instead of just being that Tomb Raider that she's always been in the classic days, that loner Tomb Raider. Now she's like the best Tomb Raider, and she's like a mentor to lower level Tomb Raiders, and they are all going on an adventure to stop some sort of cataclysm like experience thing that could be happening, and she needs an entire team to help her. It sounds incredibly cringe. It's not anything that Tomb Raider was established to be. Y'all know I'm a big classic Tomb Raider fan from the PlayStation 1 days. PlayStation 1 Tomb Raider is Tomb Raider to me. Anything after that has never truly captured the essence of Tomb Raider, not even Angel of Darkness. Y'all can come at me, AOD fans. I love AOD for what it is, but it is not a true organic classic Tomb Raider experience as the PS1 titles were. And especially since Crystal Dynamics has taken over the series, since Legend onward, things have dramatically changed. But at least with Legend Anniversary and Underworld, there was some sort of resemblance, right? And then in the reboot onward is when we've really seen it just transform into something entirely different that's completely unrecognizable to what Tomb Raider is. Again, check my other videos if you want to see me dive deeper into that. But this is where a lot of Tomb Raider fans are concerned, because a lot of us want to see classic Tomb Raider come back. We've been begging for classic remasters or even ports that work, okay? Because the ports that we've got on Steam, you can download mods that help them to work better, but they're still very broken. And especially when you're trying to stream them, it is extremely difficult to do. That's why people like myself have resorted to buying a PlayStation 1, which I've had since 2016, because I was tired of playing these broken things. I've played PS1 since it first dropped, but I bought another one because I didn't have my childhood one in 2016 with the classic Tomb Raider titles, so I can ensure that I can play them in good quality. I got an upscaler, and now on Saturday I'm going to pick up a tube TV. My brother's gonna help me because those things are so heavy, but I've secured one from a local listing for dirt cheap, so I'm really excited about that. That way I can get the absolute Tomb Raider experience. So anybody who's trying to get that classic Tomb Raider experience, that is my advice. Get yourself a PlayStation 1, get yourself a tube TV, and play those freaking games, man. So, here's some. Now, a lot of us know Embracer had bought the rights to Tomb Raider, so I don't quite understand what this means here, and maybe somebody will understand this better than me. But supposedly, Embracer Group purchased Tomb Raider. Therefore, that should make them the owners, right? So why are Crystal Dynamics calling themselves the owners? I don't completely understand and get this. I mean, maybe the Embracer deal hasn't completely gone through yet. And in that case, Embracer does seem like they're just going to let Crystal Dynamics have complete free reign to do whatever they want. But that's also what Square Enix pretty much have done. So I don't know if this is damage control, because the backlash has been astronomical. I can't even begin to stress. Now, I made that one video talking about the leaks and how I didn't like it. I can't even begin to stress how within the community, the Tomb Raider community, how negative, even among a lot of reboot fans, it is overwhelming. It is almost completely unanimously negative. The backlash has been, the response has been to those leaks. So there's a couple of different possibilities that could be going on here. Crystal Dynamics could be attempting to do some sort of damage control and putting the blame on Square Enix, making us think, oh, well, now that Crystal Dynamics is taken over, they're not going to continue that dreadful leak because that was Square Enix is doing. You know, that's a possibility that they could be attempting to convey that message without completely doing so, because those of us who know better know that Square Enix gave Crystal Dynamics pretty much free reign. Okay, Square Enix did not have their hand in Tomb Raider as much as many of your average gamer would think. Crystal Dynamics has always had almost completely free reign. So Square Enix, my biggest problem I have with Square Enix is that they didn't have enough involvement, and they didn't have enough say, and they didn't have enough direction in what was going on with Tomb Raider. Just like Crystal Dynamics ruin it. Okay? And so getting this news, for those of us who know better, this is bad news. Crystal Dynamics does not care about Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. They've constantly bashed the classic Tomb Raider, classic Lara Croft. They've hated on Lara for being this curvy bombshell, and they continually try to uglify her. They continually try to make her as basic as possible and as vulnerable, as weak as possible. We're getting that femme fatale has been erased and taken from us. And now that Crystal Dynamics is, saying, oh, we have full control, this, that, and the other, it makes me feel like, oh, she ain't never coming back as long as they have this control. And so I did want to get in some comments and tweets from the community. Aya here says, Embracer paid $300 million just to let Crystal own the games. It doesn't make any sense. I thought what happened was that they had given them control, not ownership. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this kind of business transaction only makes sense if you're a reboot fan who's far gone. This is what has me very curious. So I would love to know what some of you guys think in the comments here, because this is definitely jarring. You have Nicholas Croft here who shared this, and a lot of replies. Almost all of them are bad. Here we have Kala saying, I didn't think hope for an authentic Tomb Raider game in the distant future could get any more dismal. Now the last spark of hope has been well and truly pissed on. Now the too posh, unrelatable, misogynistic Lara is truly imprisoned by them for them to correct her further. And very well said, very true. I mean, this is the final nail in the coffin for Tomb Raider, I think. There is a possibility that Embracer could outsource classic remasters or ports, and that is our only hope at this point for anything good to come out of Tomb Raider. But as it stands now, with Crystal Dynamics taking full control, I expect to see more or less a lot of garbage, like what we've been seeing from the leaks and what we've been seeing from the reboot, which, again, check out my video where I said Tomb Raider is dead if it doesn't reboot itself. I can't remember the actual title, something like that, where I really went in depth there. But I don't have a lot of hope. Unfortunately, this is where we're at. Like I said, I have PS1. I have, as of Saturday, I'll have my Tube TV secured. And I'm just, in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy the games that way. Unfortunately, this is where we're at. If Crystal Dynamics wants to just go this route that we don't want to see, they can crash and burn, because none of the fans want this. almost almost unanimously the fans don't want this. So what's going to happen is they're going to be stubborn and do what they want to do, and we're not going to buy it. Have fun with that. Then Embracer can hand it off to another studio, hopefully. I am so far beyond having any ounce of hope for Crystal Dynamics giving us what we want. So that's that. We'll see if they prove us wrong, but I do not expect it because they have spent all of their efforts demonizing classic Lara and telling us that, oh, this reboot was her just becoming the Tomb Raider. They had never had any intentions on giving us classic Lara Croft. It has only been their new version, and they've just completely wanted to make their own Lara Croft. They actually hate classic Lara Croft because she is more successful than their version, and for that reason, we will not be getting her back anytime soon in the foreseeable future because the publishers care more about the money and the developers care more about just making whatever it is they want and sending whatever message they want. So this is where we're at right now. So we'll see what happens with that, but you know, if you want to see, speaking of retro stuff, because I'm talking about playing on classic consoles again, and I've been getting a lot more into retro gaming again because I am so tired of the state of modern gaming, and I have been for years now. So at this point, I haven't been gaming near as much as I usually do because I don't like new stuff. So now I'm like, hey, my brother got an N64, my little brother, and got a bunch of games on that. My older brother, he already has our SNES from when we were kids, and he's collecting more games on that. I've had my PS1 here. I don't have the one from when we were kids because we gave that away to friends who didn't have one, unfortunately. But I do have a PS1 that I got years ago with some games. Now we're all into like trying to collect a bunch of games for those consoles. So if you want to see the content where I do that, obviously on my like Twitter and Instagram and stuff, I'll be sharing that on stories and on tweets and all that. But on my main channel, youtube.com/MelanieMac, I'm going to start covering that kind of stuff more. Retro gaming. Because that channel's kind of been dormant simply because, like I said, I don't like the new games that have been coming out. So I have nothing to talk about unless I just talk bad about stuff, which I guess that's what this channel's for. This channel's more for reporting on stuff, and almost everything I report on at this point is going to be negative from the fact that I don't like most new stuff that's dropped. But y'all know how I am on this. I will still, if something seems good, I will still talk good about it. I almost gave She-Hulk the benefit of the doubt there. I did give them a benefit of the doubt for a little bit. But anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.